Today we're going to cook a delicious and most importantly, quick meal, pen pasta with tomato sauce. Hi, I'm Kubishek and let's get straight to it. Let's cook. It all starts with the meat. It doesn't really matter if you use beef or pork, but honestly, it's best with chicken breasts. Cut the meat into pieces about half an inch thick. Pour in some oil. That's enough right there. Add salt and mix it well. Prepare 2 onions and 3 cloves of garlic. Now is the right time to start boiling the pen. Pour about 10 ounces of pasta into boiling water. You don't have to weigh it. It's roughly a little over half a standard bag. The sauce will flavor the pasta in the end, so there's absolutely no need to add salt to the water. Add a little olive oil to keep the pasta from sticking. If you salt the pasta water, the final dish will likely end up too salty. Generally, I think salting pasta water is more of a trend than a necessity. It started because professional chefs on TV want to exaggerate the flavors for a restaurant setting, but it just doesn't belong in home cooking. Alright, let's go. Pour some olive oil into a pan and let it get hot. Chop the onion into the smallest pieces possible and prep the garlic however you like. You can either chop it into larger pieces like I'm doing, or better yet, use a garlic press. The advantage of a press is that it truly mashes the garlic into a paste, which is perfect because the flavor then blends seamlessly with the sauce, and you won't be biting into big chunks of garlic in the finished meal. Meanwhile, the pan is heated up. Saute the chopped garlic first. When it comes to garlic, I definitely prefer the press. After about 40 seconds, once the garlic turns slightly, and I mean very slightly, brown, add the onions. Fry the onions for about 2 minutes until they just start to turn translucent. You don't have to stir constantly, just every now and then is fine. Now that the onions are translucent, we can add the meat. Again, stir only occasionally and try to brown it on all sides until there's no pink left. This usually takes about 5 minutes. Every once in a while, check the pasta. Make sure you don't overcook it. It needs just a little longer. It's better to drain the pasta about a minute or even a minute and a half before you think it's done. Don't be afraid to leave it a bit firm. It will finish softening later. To keep the pasta from sticking, it's a great idea to rinse it with boiling water after draining. Then, let the pasta sit for 5 or even 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if it cools down, because it will be added to the sauce later and warmed back up. If you follow my advice, no salt, rinsing it and letting it sit, the pasta won't be overcooked or sticky, and it will have a perfect texture. And of course, let it sit without a lid so the steam can escape. Meanwhile, the meat has browned nicely, so let's add the tomato paste. 1 can of paste is enough. Just make sure it has a high tomato content, like 99%. Stir it in and add a little bit of water. Now it's time for the spices: black pepper, oregano, and basil. You can be generous with the basil and oregano. Stir and add a little water as needed. Cook, or rather fry, this for about 10 minutes. It's good to keep stirring, not just to prevent sticking, but to help break down the garlic and onions into a paste. Also, this stirring helps break the meat into smaller bits, which creates a better, tastier consistency. Season the sauce with a tablespoon of sugar and some salt. Let's taste it. I think I hit the flavor perfectly. It's almost ready. Chop about 7 ounces of tomatoes into medium-sized pieces. Grate some cheese on a fine grater. I'm using 40% fat Edam. Add the tomatoes to the sauce and stir. Let it cook for about a minute. The goal is to just warm the tomatoes through so they don't lose their fresh flavor. Finally, add the pasta. Notice how it isn't sticking at all. It's fantastic. Mix the pasta with the sauce until everything is heated through. Most importantly, make sure the pasta is perfectly coated in the sauce. Look at that. Pasta coated in sauce, small bits of meat, and chunks of tomato that aren't mushy. Let's give it one last taste. It needs a little more salt. There we go. To make it look nice, add some fresh basil and chopped tomatoes on top, and sprinkle with cheese. It smells truly wonderful. And it tastes even better. It's a shame I can't send you a sample through the screen. If you cook this yourself, you won't regret it. The meal is ready in 20 minutes. It's just awesome. If you liked the video, please give me a like or subscribe. I'll say goodbye for now. Take care.